racked by debt.
The trip is coming towards the end of President Biden's administration. You touched on China and Russia, but do you think this trip is enough to, I guess, establish that level of, interest that the U.S. has in the African continent? Like, the trip is coming so late towards the end, so is this essentially, showing African nations that the U.S. really, is serious about committing to?
Since we launched the summit, the African Leaders Summit in 22, there have been more than 20 cabinet-level officials that have visited the continent. The president will be obviously the last of the administration to do that, but he has been preceded by a whole heck of a lot of travel. Visits which, by the way, delivered some $40 million plus of investment and assistance into Africa. So I just kind of push back on the premise that this is sort of a Johnny-come-lately trip at the very end. This is something he's been focused on since he became president of the United States, and he's grateful for the opportunity to round out his time as president with a trip to Angola.
Are you able to touch on what some of the deliverables might be for President Biden this trip? Are you able to kind of highlight what we can expect in terms of, investment numbers? Is there anything you could share on that?
I'm going to get ahead of him in his announcement. You'll hear more from him on this tomorrow. But I think you'll hear him talk about additional U.S. commitments to the Libido Corridor, additional U.S. commitments to global health, additional U.S. commitments to clean energy transition and climate programs here, as well as people-to-people exchanges. I mean, he'll have a whole range of things that he will be speaking to about in terms of current and future U.S. commitment to the continent.
John, with the limited amount of time that you have left,